We start tonight at 6 with a huge shakeup to a decades-old problem meant to help minority and women-owned businesses win state contracts. Indiana's Attorney General says it's unconstitutional. Governor Braun agrees and announced today he's ending the program. Our 13 News State House reporter Emily Longnecker tonight on all sides of this debate.
When it comes to which businesses Indiana should award contracts to, Governor Mike Braun announced Wednesday race and sex will no longer be considered.
We're just doing what the Supreme Court said we needed to do.
The governor's referring to a 2023 decision by the U.S. Supreme Court that said race could no longer be a factor in college admissions. Because of that, Indiana's Attorney General says a law put in place in the early 80s dealing with state contracts is unconstitutional. Under the law, Indiana is required to award a certain percentage of its state contracts to minority and women-owned businesses. When it was put in place, lawmakers said studies showed disparities in the number of state contracts that those businesses were receiving. That's not how Indiana Attorney General Todd Rokita sees it.
The government put its thumb on the scale against any business not owned by someone in the state's favored racial or gender categories. This wasn't just special treatment. It was discrimination.
That's part of the legal opinion Rokita gave Governor Braun, advising him this law didn't need to be enforced because he believes it's unconstitutional. Both the Attorney General and the governor acknowledged there were no complaints from businesses that felt they'd been discriminated against because of the law.
The first thing that I said was, welcome to the Indianapolis for Indiana Black Expo. It's the governor's gift to you to say you don't matter.
Democratic lawmakers reacted to the governor's announcement, questioning his decision to stop enforcing a law they say established goals to make sure minority and women-owned businesses had a fair shot.
If you believe there was no racism in the 80s and that it's gone completely now, although it never was, you're in fantasy land.
Wednesday's announcement comes as Governor Braun continues to reshape state policy around DEI, arguing opportunity should be based on merit, excellence, and innovation, or MEI, rather than race or gender. It also comes a day after the governor joined the Indiana Black Expo to celebrate Black and minority-owned businesses as part of its summer celebration. The president and CEO of the Indianapolis Urban League called the governor's decision a crossroads and challenged Braun to define what he means by MEI.
What is the definition? What are the terms? What are the quantifiable measures of what that means for businesses as we move forward?
As for what comes next, the governor says current contracts will be honored. As for legal challenges that could arise because of the change, the Attorney General isn't worried.
We'll win this one. It's easy.
At the Indiana State House, Emily Longnecker, 13 News.
Now, Indiana Democrats are also responding to the governor's decision. State Senator Shelley Yoder says in the governor's hands, quote, merit is a euphemism for preserving the status quo, closing doors on entrepreneurs who have historically been excluded while protecting access for people already connected to power. That is not a level playing field. It is a double standard.